Ladies and gentlemen, well, this has been a long time coming, hasn't it?
Yeah, we said like in the last one, oh, we need to do more movie comms, but things have been busy, and yeah, but the point is, we're finally back to doing this, and we're continuing with the Pokemon movies today. We've already covered the first three and the Mewtwo Return special, so now we're on to Pokemon Forever, technically the fourth Pokemon movie, and this is going to be an interesting commentary because unlike the last lot, where me and James had very similar opinions. This is going to be the first movie where we actually have very different viewpoints. I still like Pokemon Forever. James does not.
No, This was the last Pokemon movie I actually properly watched, and yeah, this movie kind of killed it for me.
Well, let's say that when we get to the actual commentary. But yeah, this should be interesting. It has been a very long time since I've last seen this, so who knows? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe my opinion will change. But what?
Can you imagine if halfway through the movie our opinions completely change? You start
yeah, we
hating
both
it
change
and
our
I start
opinions. I'm
liking
like,
it.
wow, James, you were right. This movie's terrible. No, Michael, you were right. It's amazing. No. Anyway, what we're going to do is the version of the movie that we're watching is an hour and 19 minutes 21 seconds long. What I'm going to do is I will say 3, 2, 1, go, and as soon as I say go, hit play on however you're watching it. So you ready, James?
Oh, I'm ready. Let's
dive
do
in.
it.
3, 2, 1, go. Now, I remember Pokemon Forever was one of the few Pokemon movies I actually owned on video. I think I saw a poster for it or an advert for it somewhere, and I was like, oh my god, another Pokemon movie, I need to get this, so I got it. I don't think this movie was released in cinemas over in the West. I think after Pokemon 3, they stopped doing that. I know the Pokemon movies still get released in cinemas in Japan still. But over here in the West, I think they stopped after the third one.
Yeah, I think this one may have had a limited release, but for the most part, after this, it was pretty much DVD only.
Yeah. Can't really blame them, to be honest, because I don't want to jump the gun too much, since I do want to cover more Pokemon movies. But after Pokemon 3, the quality just kind of dipped, in all honesty. Like, the first three Pokemon movies all felt very grand and epic, and after that, they all kind of started feeling more like TV specials, in all honesty, just in terms of the scale.
They just feel like an overly long episode.
Which isn't really what a movie's about. I mean, I'm sure
No.
maybe we'll find some hidden gems when we get into the future. But from what I've seen, future movies.
Oh, I've heard one line that will definitely be a hidden gem.
Oh
later
yeah,
on.
but let's not talk about future movies. Let's focus on this movie, which
yeah.
just like the third one, we're still very much in Johto. It's the Johto arc still.
Yeah. Gengar versus Onyx, that's typical fight. Who has still not won at all.
But he won the Orange Islands. That accounts for something, right?
Does it really?
I will actually say, because at the time of recording, the Sun and Moon anime, I think, has started. It doesn't look that bad, in all honesty. Like, have you seen bits of the Sun and Moon anime yet?
Very, very little. I've only seen like a few pictures from it.
Like, they're going for a much more comedic style, and I think it suits it, actually.
May work out for it. Actually, half decent background right here.
Yeah, I know we've only just started, but I'm kind of digging the atmosphere a little bit. And oh god, action starting! It's a very obvious CGI-looking Celebi right there.
Yeah. Suddenly we've gone into the Berserk anime.
Yeah, this is the same fight. We're going to see Guts running from the other side. Griffith! I suppose since Celebi is like our main legendary for this movie, what's your opinion on Celebi?
I've always actually liked Celebi as a Pokemon. I think it was a bit too Mew-like, but It's still kind of cute.
I get what you mean, yeah. It's like ever since Mew, every generation of Pokemon has to have like one super powerful legendary that's just, they're really cute and childlike and full of wonder and innocence.
Mm-hmm.
But I think as far as those kind of Pokemons go, yeah, I like Celebi. I like its typing, Grass Psychic. I like its design. I think this movie helped, actually.
Yeah. One of the few things it did right.
Well, good you haven't heard about it, because now I can explain this to the audience as well. Now, I don't know about you, James, but whenever I go into a deep, dense forest, I never get to meet any cute girls.
No.
I just get faces full of stinging nettle.
I do love it. They actually say, if you hear a voice, don't move. Because that's the smart way of doing things.
Well, isn't that what people say when, like, you see a bear? Just, like, don't move, or, like, pretend to be dead or something?
Yeah, but then they end up at lunch anyway.
So really, it's like, okay, what happens if I run into a bear? Do whatever you want, you're gonna die anyway.
I was just about to say punch it on the nose, but no, that's sharks.
Yeah. Oh god,
very different.
Don't punch a bear on the nose. I'm sure
Thanks, random lady.
I'm sure these two characters won't be important to the story.
No, not at all.
See, whenever the Pokemon movies don't have like really obvious CGI, they don't look that bad. They look pretty good. I know they look
really good.
I know we've commented on this on previous movies as well, but just to sort of reiterate, like I like the backgrounds, they're just really nice.
And even the Pokemon themselves look pretty good at this point, as opposed to some of the later movies where no, they really don't.
For once, I'd like to see a bad guy have, like, the least threatening Pokemon on their team. Like, can you imagine this guy turning up with, like, a Clefable and a Wigglytuff? Fear me!
And a Bidoof.
Also, why not regular Pokeball? Actually, no, I'm going to take that back, actually, because, spoiler alert, we're in the past at the moment, and we're going to find out shortly later that Pokeballs aren't really a thing, sort of.
Which is kind of horrifying when you think about it, that in these days they used cages that are electrified.
I think that's more of a poacher thing. I don't think it was common practice. Alright, son, you're 10 now. Here's your electric cage to catch your slaves in. Yay!
Peter must have had a field day. Also, Houndoom's sound is really weird. It's like...
I don't know if you ever
really
heard this
weird.
story, James, but I remember reading a thing where back when the anime was first being dubbed... apparently, like, the voice director, like, he gave, like, the reason he gave the voice for Charmander is because he was like, we'll probably see it in one episode, I'll just do, like, a really stupid voice, we'll probably never see it again. And then they were like, oh shit, it's actually a regular character, I have to do this voice over and over again.
Times that for all the other Pokemon in the dub.
Oh no.
Oh no, a weird guy in a flat top.
No, you can tell he's threatening because he has an eye patch.
I love it. They can't have Pokeballs, but they somehow have this futuristic tech on his eye.
I love how he says, like, I'm a Pokemon hunter, which really isn't that much different to a trainer. I guess...
Not really.
Like, trainers technically hunt Pokemon, though I suppose you can make the argument that trainers do it to, you know, strengthen their bonds and form friendships. This guy's obviously just wants to catch a Celebi just so he can sell it for a ton of money.
Yep.
Oh my god, I'm tripping balls!
I knew I shouldn't have had LSD this morning.
What was in that bread?
See, this was actually pretty good.
Although
Strange, but good.
I do have to ask the question, because, again, spoiler warning, Celebi has the power to travel through time. Why wasn't that plan A? Why didn't he do it sooner?
Because he needed to find Sam. Because logic.
The plot.
Yes.
Also, yes, the child that Celebi was with is called Sam. He will be important later.
Gee, I wonder who he is.
Shut up, we're not there yet. God damn it. I think this is actually a pretty neat transition.
Definitely well done. Oh, it's that guy again.
See, you can tell this is the future because he's grey-haired now. Also, hello, Dan Green.
Again?
Hey, when you've got Dan Green to do a voice, you use Dan Green.
That's true.
So yes, Dan Green will be our...
How is Tyranitar still in the cage?
Dan Green will be our villain for this movie, and it's a scared Tyranitar. Look how sad he is. Like, it's weird to see a Tyranitar with, like, such a meek expression. He's like, can I come out?
He's like the Rex from Toy Story. A dog bird, what's it do?
Well, gee, I wonder what. Well, that really depends on your definition of evil. Now, I like the concept for this. Like, it's great for a movie villain having like this Pokeball that not only can catch any Pokemon, but makes them evil and super powerful. But it begets the question: why is he the only one? Like, we're gonna find out later. He's with Team Rocket. If he can do that, why doesn't all of Team Rocket have it? Like,
you'd think Giovanni would have it.
Yeah, like, there's no explanation as to how it's designed or why they don't mass produce it. It's just this one guy. And again, I probably wouldn't mind so much if he was just an independent villain. But, like, you can see his logo. He works for Team Rocket. Why is that not a thing?
Giovanni would steal all of it in a second. Also, we can't see any of those Pokemon in the cages, so they're dead, I assume.
No. He was just showing off power. He was like, oh, look what my Tyranitar can do.
Do we ever see him again, though?
Tyranitar, yeah.
Oh, no, not Tyranitar. I meant the other ones in the cages.
Well, no, because they're in cages.
And dead now. Ooh, the opening.
I think I remember as a kid always loving the title because I was like, oh man, it's so clever. Like, they use the word forever, but they replace the first three letters with the number 4 because it's the 4th movie. Mind blown.
I will say that compared to, especially the 3rd movie, that just didn't look as great. It was just like forever and just a couple of little leaves, watercress sprouting out.
Well, it's hard to top, Spell of the Unknown.
True.
Like, if you missed that commentary, Pokemon 3 is easily our favourite Pokemon movie.
Yeah, we gushed. What sound was that?
No, what sound is this? Who's this guy? Is that an Australian accent?
It sounds like an American trying to do an English accent.
Well, maybe if you evolved your Totodile into one, Ash. Oh god, the music is... I can't think of a single opening theme to the Pokemon movies that isn't cool in some way. Like, I'm sure some are better than others, but, like, there's something the way they're done where it's always like, yeah, it's pumping me up.
I'll agree with that.
Plus, they put it over, like, battles and stuff, so it's like, yeah.
It always feels part of the action. It feels pumping.
Yeah.
Even though Pikachu should have knocked out this guy in 1 second.
Look, if we're gonna bitch about how Pikachu doesn't just win every fight, we're just, like, just gonna be here forever. Just gonna be here forever.
Yeah.
I've kind of given up.
That's
now.
a whole different...
Was it really necessary? Was it really necessary to electrocute the trainer as well? God, Pikachu is hardcore.
Ash is like, oh god, I've killed someone.
Damn it, Pikachu! We talked about this. No, they must all know my power. Also, apparently, Crobat's presence alone was able to let them know. Oh yeah, we need to get a boat.
Now it's like the opening of Titanic. Gotta catch the boat.
Sorry, I'm just enjoying the music. It's quite mellow, actually.
Yeah. It's fitting, I think. This, however, isn't.
Ash looks like
Ash looks like he
needs to take a pee.
Himself.
He's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Oh no, the tension. Will he get on the boat?
It's not like he doesn't have any Pokemon that could go across water.
Oh, shut up.
That's the thing. Why are they even on a boat to begin with? They could just use Lapras.
Oh no! Don't you remember he gave away his Lapras during the Orange Islands arc?
Yeah, but...
You know, like he does with all of his good Pokemon.
Idiot.
I'm sorry.
It's like Butterfree all over again.
Did you know, by the way, you remember that thing where we all thought that when Butterfrees had sex they died? Apparently that's a translation error. That's not true at all. So, all those years we thought Butterfree had died? Nope, not true.
It's still out there.
Somewhere.
Probably captured by a better trainer.
You're probably right.
I think that's most of Ash's Pokemon at this point. Yeah. Oh, hello. There's Suicune.
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 I swear nobody can pronounce his name right.
Nope.
What do you think of Suicune?
I've always found it the most interesting of the three, but then again, it's also the one that probably got the most build-up in the series.
Well,
even Entei only really appeared in the one movie.
I think Entei might be more well known because of Pokemon 3, but Suicune got the most push out of the three legendary beasts because it's the only one of the three to actually be on the box art because it was the cover legendary for Pokemon Crystal. I'm not sure why they built it up so much because there's nothing really about. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Suicune's a pretty cool Pokemon and I like its design, but there's nothing about it that really differentiates it from the other two.
Yeah, it's really just its design that stands out and nothing else. At least even Entei had some build-up, but then again, it wasn't a real Entei.
Yeah, but I think because that Entei was given personality, that helps it be a lot more memorable as opposed to Suicune here.
Yeah, and no one remembers the other one.
Yeah, poor Reiku. What did he get? Like a one-off TV special in the anime, and that was it.
Yeah.
By the way, we just chatted over all that foreshadowing, but whatever. That's foreshadowing spelt with the number 4.
Oh.
Hey, Team Rocket, you're going to be useless for this movie as well.
Yes. Isn't there a point where they're not even in the movies anymore?
No, they're still in the movies, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Jesse, stop moving!
Man, remember when they were cool? Actually, no,
yeah.
Wait, they were never cool. But that's why we loved them. Now they're like not even comedic anymore. They're the bad comedic, if you know what I mean.
Oh. Didn't they actually win against Ash?
Yeah, in the Sun and Moon anime, they actually beat him in a battle, but because Beware showed up and took him home, kind of ruined the moment. That's a running gag in the Sun and Moon anime. This Beware gets really super attached to them and keeps every time Team Rocket needs to make a getaway, Beware just shows up, picks him up, and runs. Also, reminder: Beware is apparently capable of giving hugs that can snap a tree in half.
Yeah.
Oh look, it's Kokiri Village from Ocarina of Time.
Oh, there's Togepi. The payoff wasn't worth it.
And then Misty gave that away.
Because of course.
Why?
Because they do what the Transformers did for the Generation 1 series. Kill off all the original characters to make room for the new ones.
Gee, I wonder who this character could possibly be.
I've never seen that hairdo before. Oh, Brock.
I find it funny how, whenever Brock does this, it's always like, oh, Brock, you're so funny, when in real life it'd actually be like, oh dear, oh.
You're violating the restraining order.
Damn it, Brock. Oh, shut it, Grandma.
It's the anime grandma. You always have to listen to what they say. Misty being brutally honest.
I'm sorry, but they were the best trio.
Yes, it all went downhill from there.
Can you tell what the theme is for this movie yet? Like, I mean, to be fair, Pokemon has always had some sort of environmental connotations for it, but I think Pokemon Forever might arguably be, at least in terms of the movies, might be the first time where they really pushed it. Then again, I don't know how much of that is the dub. Because let's not forget, it was the dub that gave Pokemon the first movie the lesson of Pokemon shouldn't fight, not like this!
Not like this. Yeah, the first one was definitely the ham-fisted approach.
Yeah. And I know one of the complaints for this movie that I've heard is that it's also pretty forceful in that regard. Like, the message really sort of is really shoved in your face.
Yeah.
But I liked it as a kid. In fact, I think it kind of went over my head as a kid. I don't think... Never really put two and two together.
It basically did what, like, Fern Gully and all those movies did.
To be fair, I'd take this over Fern Gully any day. I mean, Fern Gully does have Tim Curry, but... I
was about to say, that's the thing that makes it better than this, really. You can't beat Tim Curry singing a sexualized song for children.
Oh, I love this, by the way. First thing Sam does upon waking up is just immediately start shit. That really should have been your first question. Instead, you jump straight to "fuck you, bitch."
Ah, scary child.
Stranger danger, stranger danger, stranger danger.
I need an adult.
I am an adult. Wait, that sentence makes no sense. It's like, this can't be the boy. Maybe it can't, but it is. Well, then it is. The first half of that sentence then is wrong.
Script writing? What's that?
Like, come on, dubbers. I know your job's not an easy one, but... Okay, I actually do have to ask a question now, and this is a slight spoiler for the end of the movie. Sam is going to go back to his time period, but the old woman makes it sound as if, like, he never came back, but he clearly does. So does that mean that when he goes back in time, he doesn't go back to the forest, get his book back, run into the young girl again or whatever? Does that just... forget it. There's me...
You've created a time paradox.
I'm trying to read too deeply into a fucking Pokemon movie again. I need to stop that.
What you're trying to do, Michael, is you're trying to fix this movie's bad script writing. It's not worth it.
Why do I get the feeling that as the movie gets further and further along, we're going to get more and more hatred out of you? Because you've been pretty relaxed so far, but I get the feeling this is like just the prologue.
Get to the halfway point going, oh dear God! It's a Time Lord, you see.
It is always funny about how, like, you know, when Pokemon Diamond and Pearl came out and we got Dialga, and it's like, holy shit, Dialga controls time, that's so cool. And it's like, well, Celebi kind of did that first. I mean, it can't control time, it can only travel through time, so...
And even then, wasn't that only in the movie? I don't remember that in the games.
Well, Dialga is referred to as the time Pokemon, I think, so...
Oh, not Dialga, I meant
Celebi.
Celebi.
Well, I know in its Pokédex entry it says that it can travel for time. And if I'm remembering correctly, there is an event in at least Pokemon Hearts Gold and Soul Silver. I don't know if it was something that you can actually do in-game or if we had to go to like a special place to download it. But anyway, there is an event in Heart Gold and Soul Silver where you could, if you have a Celebi in your party, I think, and go to a certain place in one of the forests, you go back in time and witness a scene between your rival character and Giovanni.
Huh.
Which that was meant to be where it's revealed that he's Giovanni's son.
That must have been an event only thing, because I don't remember that.
Yeah, I know that is possible.
Huh.
Like, it is quote-unquote canon.
Dialga did it better.
Yeah, but at this point in the movies, Dialga doesn't exist yet, so...
No. It's a twinkle in the Pokemon creation's eye. Thank you for the insight, Misty.
No, it was very important. Besides, it's set up for a joke later. I'm the important character for this movie, so I have to be involved.
Well, at least it's not Ash this time.
Well, Ash is kind of important, I guess.
He's not as important as movie 2, but more important than
Yeah,
the Mewtwo
I think
special.
movie 2 was like the peak of Ash's importance to a movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, just give me 5 minutes.
Beware the onion head.
Man, Ash has an amazing grip. Boom!
Son of a bitch.
Oh no, the legendary Celebi is using his most dangerous power yet, being mildly irritating.
It's using Vine Whip. Thank you for explaining all this, because we didn't see it.
Well, to be fair, like, Ash didn't see it. Like,
Yeah. We're your friends. Fuck off.
yeah. Bow before my magnificence. Wow, Celebi, you're actually kind of... You're much more darker than you look.
It's like Shaman all over again.
Oh god, don't even get me started on Shaman. We'll get to that movie someday, but today is not that day.
See, ladies and gentlemen, if someone is whipping you like that, all you need to do is to touch them on the face.
To be fair, Celebi does look really precious here. He's like, duh. I'd buy a plushie of Celebi.
Oh, I would. I'd get Cyndaquil first, but I'd definitely get Celebi second.
Ah, fuck this, I'm going to bed. So yeah, we've kind of been talking over a bunch of the plot of this movie, but at this point, Celebi's hurt, need to help it heal somehow, and here comes Team Rocket to fuck everything up.
James.
I do love how, like, Sam's all like, oh, who are these guys? And Ash, Misty, and Brock are like, oh, we don't have time for this, guys. Oh, Wobba Fett, never change.
Is Wobba Fett still with them
I
at
think
this
he
point?
is. I think after all this... I know I was shitting on them earlier, but goddamn, Team Rocket, like, never fail to make me smile every once in a while.
Oh, yes.
Oh, and now here's the actual villain for the movie.
In my mech.
You do have to...
He's upstaging us.
You do have to wonder how, like, you know... Actually, no, to be fair, Jesse and James had access to some really weird mechs in the series as well, so...
Yeah, they did.
But their mechs were, like, sort of really goofy in design. Like, this guy gets, like, the really just basic giant spider mech kind of things.
A giant metal spider.
How does Brock know there's something funny about the Tyranitar? It looks no different to a regular one. I mean, yeah, it's super powerful now because it's evil, but there's nothing about its design. Actually, you know what would have been cool? If maybe whenever, like, the villain catches a Pokemon with his Dark Pokeballs, they actually take on, like, a shadow form, you know, like the Shadow Lugia from Pokemon XD? Like, if they got, like...
Yeah, that actually would have been better.
Like, yeah, it's just a recolor at the end of the day, but it would have at least looked cool.
This one's just like the eyes are a little different.
Yeah.
That's it. And Weezing's dead.
That's why you've never been mentioned in any episodes of the series thus far.
Nope.
So yeah, for this...
I've also got to be honest here about Dan Green. I much prefer his role in movie 3 over this.
Well, in that one he was playing as, Entei, a noble, fierce protector. Here he's a bad guy.
I know, but he didn't sound as invested in this one. Then again, it's Dan Green. He always gave a good performance, but it just didn't sound as invested as...
We gonna fuck you up, white boy! Okay, this is cool. Like, the Pokeballs back in the old days, like, you had to twist them to open them up. Like, I like that. It's a nice touch. Now
and now Ash is going to have Vietnam flashbacks when he sees Charmeleon.
Now, Sam was smart. Like, Sizzle and Sneasel are both weak to fire. Charmeleon should end this immediately, and Ash sends out fucking Bayleaf! Like, I like Bayleaf. Bayleaf's a good Pokemon, but no, why?
Because, remember, Ash is the worst trainer. Bayleaf, another one who got jacked over.
Well, at least he didn't give Bayleaf away. She's just, like, chilling at Professor Oak's. Damn!
True, but... Oh.
Damn it, Sizzle, stop spamming double team. Like, that's actually a problem I have with the games, when, like,
yes.
your enemy goes first, they use double team. Your attack misses, they use double team again. Your attack misses, they use double team again. Now you can't touch the fucking thing. Yes, Bayleaf.
It's not that, it's Sand Attack.
Channel my anger, Bayleaf.
Are you trying to say Bayleaf is your spirit animal at this point?
Yeah. Though, to be fair, Sizzle shouldn't have gone down that easily. Like, Sizzle's cool. I like Sizzle.
And... Sneasel should have been dead by now. No, use flamethrower.
Yeah, use a fire attack. Fire. I take it back. Sam's not that good. No wonder these two. No wonder these two get along so well.
They're both shit. Wild Wild West.
No, we don't talk about that movie. Oh, come on, guys.
Tied them to a
rock. I thought they're supposed to be... Like, my dark Pokeballs make them super powerful and evil, but apparently they're weak to rope. Speaking of interesting...
Rope, my only weakness!
Speaking of interesting, Mask Marauder, that's something you're not.
Yeah.
Like, he serves his role well enough, but there's nothing about him that's really all that...
He's boring.
I think
is the biggest
I might
problem.
still put him just above Lawrence III from the second movie, but...
Well, Lawrence III didn't do jack shit.
Yeah, Lawrence III was more of an instigator for bad things. The real threat in that movie was the world-ending calamity.
Mm-hmm.
Are you here to talk to us about how we should prevent forest fires? Nope. Teddiursa is so adorable.
I know. Teddiursa is one of those Pokemon I always get and I never evolve it because it's just too cute.
Also, I think we're in the Lost Woods now. Quick, look for the Skull Kid and follow the music. Tag.
Stander.
How come Stantler never got an evolution?
Yeah, it's...
I think it could. I think it could have done with one.
I think they've forgotten about Stantler, considering there's another stag Pokemon that...
Yeah, in Black and White, Dealing and Sawsbuck.
Yeah. They've tried to forget Stantler exists.
Why is Stantler's voice making me laugh? Like, there's nothing funny about
Stantler.
Maybe it's because he's just so blunt, it's just like, Stantler.
Stantler.
Man, I remember even as a kid finding this scene too long. I'm like, God, get to the point.
Next.
Okay, we're here now. We're at the lake. Which I think is meant to have healing properties. Like, we're going to get to that in a sec.
Because of course it does. The plot demands it.
All lakes are magic. No, that's not how it works. Celebi looks hungover. It's just like, Man, I am never drinking again.
Time waste, man. They fuck you up.
Can you imagine if, like, traveling, if, like, we ever discover the ability to time travel? Like, you travel through time and it's like, what was it like? Oh, man, it feels like I've been run over twice. Like I spent the entire night drinking nothing but Stella and Budweiser.
That explains the entirety of Moffat's run in Doctor Who.
Hey!
We had to make a Doctor Who reference somehow.
I feel like this is a scene that appears in a lot of the movies. A crowd of random Pokemon watching from on far. It's like...
Yeah.
Damn it, Sam, you dropped Celebi into the water! It's not a water type, it can't breathe down there!
And then Celebi drowns. The end.
Is the Jesus symbolism meant to be here? I'm getting some Jesus symbolism from this. Like, oh...
It's Man of Steel all over again.
No!
No. He looks up and then suddenly there's a bigger Celebi. Celebi, remember who you are. I'm trying to make a move faster.
You must take your place of it. Didn't we make a joke like that at the end of the third movie? I think we did. I should rewatch that commentary. That was fun.
Us reuse jokes? Never.
I have never seen a glowing Pokemon before.
Never.
Duh! Well done, Brock! Would you like a cookie? Ah, I smell a whimsical montage coming.
Oh. Celebi just smacked Ash in the face.
I feel like this is a complaint I may have brought up in previous movies, and I'm sure it's a complaint I will bring up numerous times when we get to later Pokemon movies. But a lot of the movies always have this bit of padding in them, where they just have fun with, like, the whatever cute legendary they happen to befriend in that movie. And, like, nothing happens. It's literally just minutes upon minutes of whimsy. And, like, it makes you want to... It just makes you want to kill yourself.
Why is there Gyarados there?
Hi, guys. Could I be in the movie? Oh, yeah, we can't breathe.
We can't breathe.
God, you two are stupid.
Imagine if Celebi then tried to drag him down.
Yeah, that's what it does. It drags him further down. No. You have brought me life.
No, we must play here forever and ever and ever.
You shall sustain me for all eternity. Oh, wait, here's another Jesus moment coming. I have healed you. Bow before my magnificence.
Celebi, Pokemon Jesus.
Because, like,
but then again, we do have Pokemon gods.
We had enough Jesus water in the Mewtwo Returns movie. We don't need more of it. In fact, a lot of this is reminding me of Mewtwo Returns, like the bit where Celebi's in the water. You know, reminds me of the end of that movie when Mewtwo was in the lake that was trying to heal him. Oh my god, Pokemon Forever's just a slight copy of Mewtwo Returns.
Ash actually has a point.
Why did I like this movie?
Yes. Good, Michael. Good.
I mean, it's not terrible so far. It's just kind of middling so far.
Yeah. The time travel's bullshit, but there you go.
Well, to be fair, at least it's like not super convoluted time travel. Like Celebi can travel through time, and it just happened to bring Sam along.
It's not like Dream Drop Distance.
No, it's not like Dream Drop Distance.
More padding.
Remember, kids, if you come across strange berries in the forest that you've never seen before, go ahead and eat them. I'm sure they'll be fine. Like, Celebi just fatten them up so he can sacrifice them later.
Yeah. Sacrifice for our Lord and Saviour, Arceus.
No, he hasn't been invented yet. That's actually... I may as well bring this up now. Like, the reason why Iron Mask Marauder guy wants to capture Celebi is because Celebi is the most powerful Pokemon and I want it under my control. And that's kind of a problem that becomes recurring in the movies because obviously, you know, later legendaries haven't been created yet at the time this movie came out. So it's like with every movie, they have to amp the stakes up by saying, no, this Pokemon is the most powerful Pokemon ever now. Like, remember in the first movie, you know, we wanted to create the most powerful Pokemon and we succeeded. It's like, holy shit, this is hardcore. Now we're like 3 or 4 movies later, it's like, oh no, turns out Celebi is the most powerful Pokemon ever. And it's like, oh god.
Just imagine Mewtwo going, bullshit.
When the guy says, like, I have control of the most powerful Pokemon in the world, just cuts to Mewtwo somewhere going, huh?
No, you're fucking not.
Don't leave us out of the movie. We have so much to contribute.
Random hoot hoot, okay.
It's just setting the mood. I really do have to ask, do Ash, Misty and Brock never shower? Because we never see them change their clothes. They're always sleeping in them in sleeping bags.
It's the usual... To be fair, this is in most movies, like Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings, they spend most of the Two Towers running around in open fields, and it's like, do you ever shower? Do you ever go to the toilet?
Yeah, that's always...
Apparently not.
Yeah, that's always a thing. I think that's something that, like, they teach you in writing. It's like, we don't need to see the characters take a shit. Like...
Yeah. It's movie logic. Which makes sense, really.
Remember this conversation. It will be important.
In the most infuriating way possible.
Way to go, Ash. Hey, Sam, remember how you're trapped in another time period, away from your friends and your family, and you might possibly never go back? I'm glad I'm not you.
Ash, dude, you're a dumbass. Yeah, all my family's dead, but I'll be just fine. Nah, she's happy.
She's got a Mr. Mime to take care of.
She got shot of him a long time ago.
I know I'm going slightly off topic here, but man, I kind of want, like, in the next Pokemon games for, like, the mom to be the champion.
Please. Like, the dad's already been a gym leader.
Yeah, we had a dad as a gym leader, so...
We do need it.
I'm loving all these time jokes, by the way. Oh, this bread tastes like it was made yesterday, because, you know, I travelled through time.
Uh-oh, I sense shenanigans.
No, it's more whimsy.
Oh.
I can only take so much.
Are you starting to see the problem? Whimsy and padding.
Yeah, there is an awful lot of padding in this movie. Like, Pokemon 3, like, shit was going down, like, every 5 minutes. It was, yes! Yeah. It was cool. Here it's like,
there was always something going on.
Look, Butterfree, never seen one of these before in my life.
Even in movie 3, when it took its, like, when it had moments of, like, setting up everything, it was still stuff was going on. Here, most of the time, it's just boring padding.
Yeah, like, what's being accomplished in this scene? Like, Ash and Sam are bonding, I guess, but...
Which I suppose makes sense for the bullshit reveal at the end, but still.
We'll get to that reveal later. God, stop trying to give it away.
Can you tell I'm not hung up on that totally bullshit ending? It's padding.
Just while we're on the subject, Sam's not that engaging of a character either, to be honest.
No!
Like, he's like a... I don't want to say he's exactly like Ash, because he's not, but... I don't know.
No,
like,
you know who he is.
If I'm trying to describe his personality and I've got nothing.
He's like a less interesting Tracy.
Yeah, because, like, they both sketch and it's kind of it.
Yeah.
And to be
That's
fair,
what I mean.
And
a less interesting
Tracy wasn't even all that interesting either.
No, although to be fair, blame more on that on just he was replacing Brock, who
Yeah.
a lot to live up to, and he didn't live up to it. But at least he had some interesting things about him. Here, no.
Celebi's so happy. I sure hope nothing ruins this moment. Oh no, something's ruining this moment! For God's sake. Like, IMS Marauder's got his robo-mech thingy, and what do Jesse and James have? Fucking nets!
We are going to catch a legendary Pokemon with a net.
The Thunderbolt didn't work, but that's my answer to everything!
Even to Zapdos!
Ash, I have no more ideas!
And he nearly kills Team Rocket.
Well, it's not like he really cares. Like,
no.
He didn't enlist their help, they're just following him. You know, you could probably catch Celebi with your Dark Ball right there and then. There's no need to electrocute it.
You see, the reason why he's doing that, Michael, is...
Because he's evil!
Yeah, that! Oh no, evil Celebi.
To be fair, actually no, wait, I'll save it for later.
Totally evil, twice the cuteness.
No, don't. When it becomes evil, its cuteness goes down by 100%. Oh no!
Pidgeys!
Fuck him up, Pidgey!
Oh no, a 10-year-old kid's choking me out.
To be fair, if a 10-year-old child lunged at you and wrapped himself around your neck, you'd be a bit like, oh, what the fuck? Sorry, the goofy scream is my answer to everything. Okay, I never got this even as a kid. Somehow, stepping on Ash's hand makes him faint. Like, I don't get it. Now he's just, like, borderline unconscious. I don't know what's going on.
The only way that would happen is if he broke all of Ash's fingers. You're in the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker.
Yeah, like, why are they just standing there? Like, get him! Get him now! He's surrounded! Ride on! Fucking murder him! Step on him!
There's 2 Nidoqueens and 2 Nidokings.
Oh man, that Teddy Ursa's gonna slit his throat. Okay, James, I know you don't like this movie, but come on. Evil Celebi is fucking scary. Look at that face! Listen to that music! This is threatening! I'm sorry, it's kinda creepy.
It only took... How long are we in this movie?
Actually, I'm going to do like a time check. 46 minutes 5 seconds, 46 minutes 6 seconds, 46 minutes 7 seconds. There, that should help if you lost track of it. Just in time for Celebi to fucking kill everything.
It's a Pokemon massacre, ladies and gentlemen.
Celebi always had a heart of darkness, but now it has been released.
Suddenly Kingdom Hearts appears in the sky.
No. Oh no, it's creating a slight wind, truly the most evil of its abilities. Stop you from what, actually? Your plan's kind of vague. Like, you wanted Celebi, and it's very much...
That's it.
What is it? It's like, Phase 1, get Celebi. Phase 2, question mark. Phase 3, profit.
Profit.
Bye, Jesse.
Hell, it even makes sense if he said, I'm going to retake Team Rocket over Giovanni.
Well, later on, like, he's gonna say exactly that. Like, Jesse's gonna say to him, "Oh, now that you've caught Celebi, like, I'm sure you'll get a promotion when you give him to Giovanni." And he's like, "Why would I give Celebi away? I have the and he's like, "I have the power to rule Team Rocket and the whole world if I want to." And it's like, okay, but why do you want to take over the world? Because I'm evil.
And that's the problem with the movie in a nutshell.
Well, one of its problems. Like, let's recap.
Well, one of its many problems.
Mewtwo in the first movie wanted to destroy the world because he had a prejudice against humankind because of like how he was treated when he was created. The second Pokemon movie, the villain was shit, but he existed purely to help kickstart the true threat, which was the natural disaster that was going to destroy the world. Entei wasn't a villain; he was just a
creation of the unknown.
Exactly,
and also a creation of the daughter of the man who went missing.
And even the unknown weren't evil; they were just out of control. They were just beings from another world or whatever. It's like,
and they honed in on this girl who had lost her father, and she wanted him back or something like him. And they listened, and they did exactly that.
Now that I'm thinking about it, the first three movies all played with their antagonists a bit. There was never one straight up villainous character, with the exception of Lawrence III, but like I said, I don't really count him. Here now, we just have your average, I want to take over the world kind of bad guy.
Even Lawrence III wasn't a straight-up villain.
Yeah, he didn't want to take over the world or anything. He was a collector, like he said.
Yeah.
Also, look at this fucking thing.
I'm sorry, you know what this reminds me of?
What?
It looks like the shit from DBZ when they're going to Namek.
It does a bit, yeah.
Just made of hair.
Man, Jessie's probably going to die first with all the blood rushing to her head. It's like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you?
Again, James, I know you don't like this movie, and I'm probably never going to change your mind about this. But I still can't help but like this thing. Look at this fucking thing.
It is, I will admit, this is actually creative design.
I mean, it sticks out like a sore thumb because of the CGI. But look at it! This thing should not belong in a Pokemon movie.
This is a Digimon-looking thing, not a Pokemon.
I won't lie, as a child, this thing scared me. Like, I didn't like looking at it. It really creeped me out. And I think it's because, like I said, it looks so out of place.
Yeah.
Like, I like the fact that it hasn't got legs. It's just, like, spikes sticking out. It's got those really freaky-looking wing things, 2 giant claws, and, like, some really weird animalistic face.
And all of it is made out of, like, plant life, and it all looks really decaying and spiky.
Oh, Christ,
it does look great.
I'm seeing the symbolism. Here we go.
Symbolism!
Here's the line.
Of course!
Why do you want to rule the world? What do you get out of it? I don't understand the question. Look, you must have a reason for wanting to rule the world. Otherwise it means this entire movie has been nothing but pointless bickering.
And that's what kind of ruins it.
Man, I would fight this in a JRPG. I would not...
This would be like one of the final forms for the main villain in an RPG.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Okay, you've got to admit, at least the movie now is picking itself up. Like, things are happening.
It only took 45 minutes, but we got there. No, 50 minutes now.
Yeah.
We got there, though.
It's like, yeah, the movie's kind of crap to begin with, but after the 50-minute mark, it's really good.
God, you sound like one of those Final Fantasy 13 apologists. It's not great, but it gets good after 24 hours. Oh no, the leg's dead.
Man, it's a good thing we're cartoons. Why are you here? I'm sorry, what is the old lady going to do? In fact, what's even her granddaughter going to do? You two don't have Pokemon. At least the guy pilots the boat, and even that thing's destroyed now, so he might as well not be here.
Because the script demands it.
It's like, okay, these characters have been established. They need to forever be in the movie now. Ah, forever, I get it now.
Because this movie goes on forever.
Hey!
Yes, murder these children.
Well, he's a bad guy. He's not got any scruples.
Yeah, he's boring.
Hey guys, maybe you want to move? Giant purple laser of death coming at you. Move.
I'm not lying. I totally will do it. Totally. Oh yeah, Suicune, you're in this movie.
I thought I saw you on the front of the VHS box. Here I come to save the day.
He's the Charizard of this movie.
Yeah, but Charizard
he has no build-up as Charizard.
Was cooler though.
Yes. Charizard had tons of development as opposed to Suicune.
Really, Suicune? Like, you could have shot him with an ice attack or something, but instead you just jump on the branch he was on.
I knew I should have brought Raikou with me.
Oh, come on, Suicune doesn't need Raiku's help. I mean, come on, out of the 3 legendary beasts, who was made playable in Pokken Tournament?
I'd like to think that Suicune would do that just to make Raikou feel important.
Hey, Raikou, you want to help? Can I? Yes, Raikou, come on. Yay!
That's my headcanon now.
Oh shit, Brock's getting involved. What a twist. Side characters helping? Perish the thought.
What do you think this is? Movie 3?
You can always count on Onyx to at least try.
Yeah. It never works, but he tries.
He tries so hard.
But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Alright, you've got a direct aim. Shoot at it! Shoot at it! No, don't try to appeal to it. The power of friendship ain't gonna save your ass here.
The power of friendship compels you.
Yeah, like the noises that this creature makes as well kind of put me off as a child as well. It was just like, ooh. Man, Tyranitar, how bad is your aim if you can't even hit an Onyx?
To be fair, Onyx is still moving.
Yeah.
Not for long, but he's still moving.
Considering how Tyranitar is meant to be like super powerful at this point, like the fact that Onyx was able to hold his own for that long is like impressive.
Especially at this time, he could be Steelix.
And a fuck you! I forgot about that bit. Onyx gets the final hit in and just sends Tyranitar to drown.
Why? Because fuck you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Onyx tries so hard. See, I've been playing this whole time. That's why I've been losing.
You know, Sam, you could just throw your Charmeleon out and set the whole thing alight like a Wicker Man.
Holy shit, you could. No, but then they burn Celebi as well, and they can't hurt Celebi because he's their friend. They bonded so much over those last 2 hours.
It definitely feels like 2 hours.
That's not a problem that's unique to Pokemon, though. That's kind of a general problem with a lot of, like, anime stuff. Is like, oh, but we're friends, though. And it's like, you spoke for 5 minutes! That's not enough basis for a friendship!
To be fair, that's a problem with a lot of media. You'll get mildly electrocuted. The inconvenience!
I'm also going to go through your sock drawer and mix them up, you monster! And they just abandoned Jessie, like, later, bitch.
Yeah. Even though she shaved them.
Yeah.
Ash, you stone cold bastard.
I just had a bit of a Star Wars moment there. You're supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them. You were my brother, Celebi.
Oh, I don't know. Celebi's still better written than Anakin Skywalker.
But Celebi doesn't have any dialogue. Ah, I get it now.
In my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
In my point of view, the forest is evil. Sounds like Celebi's trying to like cough up a hairball.
Well, he is in a gigantic hair monster.
I think it's meant to be made out of sticks.
Yeah, it looks like hair though.
I think
Which actually isn't a bad thing.
I think that's what adds to the
creepy.
creepiness of it. Like, even though it's made out of nature, it doesn't look natural.
No.
Oh, here's the other scene that always appears in the Pokemon movies. The crowd of Pokemon just randomly screaming.
You gotta care!
Everyone believe!
I believe in Santa Christ!
What?
Oh, no, nothing, sorry. Fucking bears.
Fucking Celebies.
I hear you.
Remember that time we picked berries, and that other time we picked berries. Okay, the berry thing's all we got, but it was a great time.
And that time we saw the Metapods evolve, because we never saw that before. Ash, you've already died before. Don't do this again.
Actually, I think it's because he's died once before that Ash no longer fears death.
I have stared into the abyss, and I don't care.
I stared into the abyss, and the abyss stared back.
I love you, Celebi.
And Suiku's just here like, oh god, I've been so ineffectual.
Why am I even here? Why couldn't they just replace him with Charizard again? It would have been bullshit, but at least it would have been...
No, that should have been a recurring thing. Like in every Pokemon movie after 3, Charizard appears at the very last second just to save the day.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know how this works. Somehow Celebi turning good destroys the Pokeball that it was being kept in.
Your guess is as good as mine.
At that point,
and his hand should be
yeah,
blown
I feel
off.
like he shouldn't have a hand anymore. Oh, my incredibly vague plan has been foiled!
I accomplished nothing! That's creepy looking.
I'm actually kind of disappointed that nobody really fought that thing. Like, it went about, shot a few lasers, and that was it.
Yeah. Much like the movie, it was ineffectual.
Celebi, have you been drinking again?
Celebi's dying again.
I thought we had a discussion about this. I'm sorry, I relapsed. It was just there.
You haven't been to your AA meetings.
Look, I was evil for like the last 10 minutes. It kind of drives you to drink. Oh wait, Celebi's dying.
The lake is toxic now. I just love it if the toxins actually became a character and it was just Tim Curry again.
The true villain.
Just sings Toxic Love for the sake of it.
I remember this fucking me up as a kid. Like seeing Celebi...
Yeah, actually it's kind of horrible.
Like seeing Celebi, like... Not even like... Celebi's not just like, you know... Oh no, he's dead. It's like, you see it decaying and it's like, oh...
Yeah.
Oh no.
You know, for kids.
Come on, Jesus Water 2.0. Do your magic.
Oh, how convenient.
That's why you're in this movie. That and to sell toys.
Suicune and the power of plot convenience.
Check out my sweet jumps.
I am healing the water by jumping on it. He only heals the surface, of course.
Yeah, can you imagine? It only makes the very top half of the water like clean. The very bottom of it is still like toxic.
Much like the movie, it was only the top layer that was worth it. Now Ash puts Celebi in.
Drown the
Still
fucker.
decaying here.
Have you tried putting Celebi in a bit deeper? Like, he's barely in it. Put him in a bit more. Also, I love this, by the way. It's like, wait, Suicune could clean the water. Suicune cleans the water, and it still doesn't work. Okay, it's no Ash dying at the end of the first movie, but this still kind of gets to me a little bit. Like,
it's not the first times we see a Pokemon actually border on death. Like, properly border on death.
Like, it's so cheesy as well, you know, Ash trying to force feed it the berries, and obviously it's not working, but, like, god damn it still gets to me. Like,
of course they'll cop out in a moment, but...
They say the D words, though. They actually say it. Like, Celebi's dead. It's like, oh, fuck. Man, fuck humans.
Man.
Yes, let us shit on this really tragic moment by just going, do you get the message of the movie yet?
I don't think the kids are smart enough. Let's do this.
Well, I wasn't when I was a kid. No, I'm serious. I never saw this as like a pro-environmental message. I'm just like, oh, I'm a Pokemon.
Yeah, because that's the thing people cared about. The king is dead.
Oh, I was so ineffectual. I knew I should have sent Entei.
At least I didn't send Raikou.
Come on, guys, stop making fun of me. Okay, James, I know like I've been trying to defend this movie a lot throughout this entire thing. I will give you this though. Even as a kid, this made no sense. I was so confused at this point.
Arceus?
Oh god, I wish.
It kind of is though. Like, it's this huge blinding flash of light, and it solves all the problems. It is Arceus.
It descends from on high. Actually, I remember as a kid I was watching this, and I said to myself out loud, like, what? A bunch of Celebi are going to come out of the portal? And oh my god, that's actually what happens!
We need to help E.T., I mean Celebi.
My god, it's the most powerful Pokemon of all. Deus Ex Machina. I mean, it's not the most offensive instance of Deus Ex Machina that I've ever seen, but yeah, it is kind of cheap.
Just a tad.
I mean, I'm assuming this is meant to be... These are meant to be the same Celebi from different points in history. I'm guessing...
All the Time Lords coming together to help the one Time
Sorry,
Lord.
this music, like, the religious connotations, like, could not be any heavier.
Celebi is Jesus. Do you get it now?
Remember, kids, if the forest is ever destroyed, magic pixies will descend from on high and make everything better. So it's okay.
Yeah, the Amazon's not being destroyed as we speak.
It is a bit of a backhanded message when you think about it. It's trying to teach kids the importance of preserving the environment and everything, but then it also, at the very end, everything gets fixed by magic, and it's like, that's not how it works!
But remember, this was the point when Pokemon didn't have the balls to actually kill Pokemon yet. That comes later.
Yeah. So, James, which moral is worse? The Pokemon shouldn't fight moral from the first movie, or this one?
They're both shit. I think they're different kinds of shit, but they're on the same level of shit.
Different kinds of awful.
Yes.
So, why do we like these movies?
We have become trash, ruiners of fandom.
Yeah. Thank you, other me's. No problem. Remember, the sacrifices will begin soon.
Just see Lord Popo's face come out of nowhere.
Oh no. I'll give you another 5 years. See if you can make it better. Are we back to whimsy now? Christ.
Oh, God. We had enough of that shit.
I can't take this happiness anymore.
Okay, I take it back. The first movie was better because it didn't go into whimsy for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
At least it knew to stop.
Man, I just Oh god, it really doesn't stop. Like, god,
No!
can something horrible just happen? Oh, what?
Oh, thank Christ.
Oh, my wish has been granted! Has he been underwater this whole time?
That's one of his superpowers. He can breathe underwater.
Maybe his real evil plan isn't to take over the world, it's just to make sure this movie really does go on forever.
Oh, no. You're about as effectual as Pete.
Oh, come on, Pete's a better villain.
Okay, I'll give you that. Shouldn't Ash be burnt by the rockets?
Well, Ash survives getting electrocuted all the time. I think a little fire's like not going to harm him. Don't forget, Charizard kept roasting him alight every 5 seconds.
True, but still, that was an explosion. All right,
Kind of regretting giving away your
Ash?
Pidgeot, aren't you, Ash? Oh yeah, my new best friend has psychic powers. You can die though.
Oh, he did.
Well, no, because if there's one thing I've learned from watching cartoons, trees break your fall no matter how high you fall from.
Yeah. Here's the thing: if you fall from a great height and you actually do hit something, you can survive. That can stop the fall, but I don't think a tree would help with that.
Oh my god, oh wait, no, don't recognise him.
Oh my god, some guy.
Like, what was even the point of the mask?
Would it be hilarious if it turned out it was actually the rival character from the second game?
Nah, that wouldn't make any sense. Besides, Silver underwent a character growth in that game. He was a good guy by the end of it.
True, but it still would have made some impact.
Also, what a shit way to beat your villain. Like, he's spent the entire movie being, oh, ha, I have evil Pokemon, I'm unbeatable, muah. And that's how he goes out, just wrapped up by some Caterpies. And we never see
That's how shit a villain he is.
We never see him again after this. Like, we don't know if they handed him over to the police or anything, so I can only assume that he was left to starve to death in the forest.
A fitting end to such a shit villain.
Or maybe, some Spinnerax ate him, I don't know.
Hey, someone's got to eat. No, the Ursaring ate him.
Jesus.
Only you can stop Celebi destruction.
Alright, guys, movie's over, time to go home.
Oh, thank God. Oh, wait, the movie's still going. Ah!
We still have 9 minutes. Thank God, I was sick of all of you.
I will never remember you, Ash. I will do my best to forget you.
I mean, the whole point is oh, Ash is saying goodbye to his new best friend and it's so sad. And it's but if Ash really was such good friends with Sam, why would he not track him down in the present day?
Yeah, it's only been 40 years, he'd still be alive.
Yeah, why not I mean, I know the world's a big place, but come on, ask around. At least make an effort.
But wait, we come to that soon.
You're not going to make me feel emotional over this movie. They bonded over half a day.
I have no investment.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that I'm still much kinder to this movie than James is, even if I am now more aware of its problems.
I'll save my full opinions when we get to the end.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Why are you crying, Misty?
Misty, you did nothing this movie.
Yeah, time to think of
it.
it.
She did less than Brock.
Yeah, Misty was really yeah, she didn't do anything.
In fact, did she have that much lines of dialogue? I think she only spoke 3 times in the whole movie.
The only memorable thing about her in this whole movie is when she twisted her ankle. That was it.
Oh no, there's a bit of dialogue from Misty.
I love how she just casually mentions, oh yeah, we met a Celebi which can travel through time, and it's oh, that's nice. It's God, they run into legendary Pokemon so many times throughout this movie, so it really loses the impact.
Mm-hmm.
The whole, meeting a legendary Pokemon is holy shit! You met a legendary, and in later movies it just becomes happenstance. It's oh yeah, I know one of these.
It's oh, it's use-free. Which legendary have you seen today?
Can you imagine if all the legendaries knew Ash just through word of mouth? Even though you'll never meet again.
No, never meet again. Ever.
Was he also watching the movie?
He's a genius.
Yes, he is so smart that he can predict every possible outcome. By the way, James, you know how you've constantly been making fun of how obvious the reveal at the end is?
Yep.
Well, fuck you, I didn't work it out, okay? I've been holding this in all this time. I did not see this twist coming as a child, okay? So everyone who says, oh, the twist is so obvious, fuck you, no it's not. Yes, Sam was Professor Oak from the past, in case you couldn't get it yet. And I actually thought it was a pretty nice twist, and I thought it was sweet, and I don't appreciate you shitting on it, James.
It was bullshit!
No, it's really adorable.
No, it's not. It makes no sense.
What do you mean? It makes perfect sense. How does it not make sense?
Even you said at the beginning it doesn't make sense. When they go, oh, he's acting like he never came back, even though he came back. Because Sam Oak is still there.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that bit's weird, but, like, the fact that, like, just the idea that Professor Oak and Ash are, like, linked across time, I thought is actually kind of nice.
I suppose it explains why Professor Oaks likes him more than his own grandson.
Well, his own grandson was also kind of a cock. That wasn't doing him any favours.
That was his literal name sometimes as well.
This is my grandson. What's his name again? Dildo Face. My name is Gary. I'm pretty sure it's Dildo Face.
God damn it.
And that's how we end the movie. Right, credits are rolling. So, James, Pokemon Forever. Your thoughts?
Okay, I will be honest. It is not as bad as when I remember it. I think my biggest problem comes to the fact that it's right after movie 3. Movie 3 set the bar, and this was way under it. Even afterwards, I think it still wouldn't hit that, but I don't think I would judge it as harshly. I'd just be like, meh on it. But seeing this right after movie 3 really didn't work out.
I think it's a bit unfair.
Also, it's just padded.
I think it's
his biggest problem.
I think it's a bit unfair to criticize a movie on the basis of it's not another movie. Like,
True,
I don't think you can.
I'm more like. Sorry, God.
No, you carry on. Sorry.
It's just it's not because it wasn't like movie 3. It's just it wasn't on the same level as movie 3. Like, I was expecting, okay, what are you going to do with the 4th movie? And it just didn't measure up in any way, shape or form, and it didn't help with just the endless padding and whimsy. Just so much. And the main villain was boring. Like, as we said earlier, Mewtwo was interesting. Lawrence III, okay, wasn't interesting, but he was setting up the actual drama. Entei was really interesting. This guy was just boring, especially considering he's played by Dan Green. Just really didn't work for me.
Tracy at this point is me as a child, like, just figuring it all out, like, what?
Wait? Nah. Could they be related?
But, I will say this. Pokemon Forever is definitely not the best Pokemon movie. Like, yeah, Pokemon 3 is still a million times better. And, like, even though I wasn't particularly fond of the second movie as much as you were, I will admit that the first 3 Pokemon movies are all better than Pokemon Forever. But, despite the issues that it does have, I cannot call it a terrible movie. At the end of the day, it's okay. It's middling. Like... It's not the worst. From what I can tell, some of the other movies are going to be a lot worse. There are some later movies that are much worse than this. So, yes.
Oh no, the flower garden.
No, we'll get to that later. So, yeah, I agree with what you think. Like, the villain isn't all that great. the message it tries to put across is very ham-fisted and, like we said, kind of a bit warped at the very end. Like protect the environment, kids, but don't, because magic will solve it anyway.
Just like in this image. Oh, look, trees are sprouting again.
And there was a lot of padding. Also, Suicune kind of felt a bit shoved in, really.
Yeah, even Charizard only appeared in like the last third, but he still did stuff. He still had meaning to the plot. Suicune was only there to solve the one problem at the end, which could have also been solved by just having it that the lake didn't matter.
Yeah, also another criticism. Way too similarities to Mewtwo Returns for my liking.
Yeah.
Like, I was kind of joking earlier when I said Pokemon Forever's a carbon copy of Mewtwo Returns, but there were, like, a couple of really strong similarities, which is, not sure what was going on there.
I suppose I give it one thing that this movie was better than Mewtwo Returns. It at least didn't feel like an overlong episode of the anime, which
I'll
Mewtwo
agree on
Returns
that.
definitely felt like.
There was definitely like a good it was a good scale and scope of I'm just rambling at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, it did feel like a movie as opposed to some later movies.
It wasn't a very good movie, but it felt like a movie regardless.
Also, the music was nice.
Yeah, the music was nice, and the backgrounds were really good, and the animation was still... This is at the point when the animation for the movies was still good.
Yeah.
And you could tell that. But, yeah. Movie's over.
Movie's over. Will the next movie be better? This we'll find out next time when James and I tackle the 5th Pokemon movie, Pokemon Heroes. Until then, this is Michael Beckwith saying goodbye.
This is James Hall saying goodbye.
And we'll see you for another movie commentary, hopefully sometime soon.
Oh, yes. Goodbye.
Goodbye.